Hi y'all, my name is Rebecca and welcome to my channel. I'm going to show you a no-spend refresh that I did on my front door. A lot of times I personally get overwhelmed with paint colors, paint choices, and I'm not really sure exactly what I want by the time I get through the process, and then I just don't get the job done. So if you're in the same boat as me and you can become overwhelmed or indecisive, then just pull the plug and do it. I came home from work one evening and decided this is what I'm going to do, and within 2 hours I had the project done. So come DIY with me.
I am going to use some leftover paint that I had for my bedroom. It's Heirloom Traditions. I had never actually mixed these paints before, but I thought I would give it a whirl. I had some leftover almond and leftover peony to make just the palest of cream color with a hint of pink. I have almond siding on my home with a brown roof, and what made me so indecisive on the paint color of my door is I wanted it something different than the white trim. I wanted something to stand out but not stand out too much. I wanted it to coordinate. I also wanted it to look very good with summer, winter, spring, and fall decor. I would be so close to picking out a color, and then I would hesitate because that color wouldn't look necessarily fabulous with summer decor, which I like to use red, white, and blue. And it just kind of threw me. I was so indecisive, but this actually will look good with any season, any type of decor that I choose to use. And that was actually very important to me. I don't know why. It's just my little quirk. It doesn't have to be everybody's little quirk, and everybody decorates for their holiday season a little bit differently. But I wanted something that wasn't going to clash with the other seasons. I have used Heirloom Traditions paint on many projects. I love that paint. You can use it on wood, laminate, concrete. You can use it on metal. It has such a good, durable, lasting finish. I love it. I'm not sponsored by Heirloom Traditions. I just love the product. I honestly did not know how well the two paints would mix together, the two colors. And some paints are a little particular about being mixed together to make a custom color. And I am not one that is afraid to try anything. I will try anything at least once. I have put water-based acrylic paints into white latex paint and tried to make a custom color that I could not get in the store. I'm all about trying something once. If it doesn't work, don't do it again. But you'll never know until you try. I just did this with a sponge brush because the Heirloom Traditions paint is a very thick paint and you do not want brush strokes. So I did not want to have any brush strokes in my finished work. I also wanted my finish to just be flawless, and a sponge brush from the Dollar Tree was exactly what I needed to do this project. I used a paint set from the Dollar Tree. They sell them in the hardware aisle. It's a mini roller with two sponge brushes, and that is what I used to put the 2 coats of paint on this front door. I made sure I cleaned it really well, and then I went in with the sponge brush. I went through the details of the door, and then I went over it with the little mini roller. I do watch a lot of DIY projects, and they will go to the big box stores and they will spend a lot of money on rollers and paintbrushes, and they have all of the things laid out. I used a Dollar Tree paint set for this. My finish looks amazing, and I don't have any money tied up in this little front door refresh. I had also painted several months ago the inside of the door so that it could be easily cleaned and wasn't going to get scarred up. And all of my other doors are white, so I wanted it to match that, but the outside of the door was what was just giving me fits, and I could not make a decision on until I decided I'm just going to go home. I'm going to try this. I have this paint, and it turned out better than I could have ever dreamed. So never be afraid to try something new. It's just paint. You can't mess it up. If you do mess it up, you can paint over it. I had purchased some little metal word signs at the Dollar Tree, and they came in a 3-pack. They were, I believe, in the fall section: welcome, thankful, blessed, or grateful, something along that line. And I took my Heirloom Traditions black paint that I had left over. Chalk paint would work very well for this too. And a small brush, and I painted 2 coats onto the welcome sign. These are meant for decor. These are not necessarily what they were intended for, but think outside the box and you might come up with something that is really stunning. I left them to dry, and it probably took them about 30 minutes. And I used some E7000 because it sets very quickly, and I did not want to tape it down and interrupt the integrity of my paint job on the door or my welcome sign. So I wanted to make sure that I was using a glue that had a long-lasting finish but had a very quick set. And I put that onto my front door. It turned out absolutely delightful. I did put just a hint of hot glue to help me put it in position on my door, and I thought this added just a little zhuzhing and a little detail and made my door look more custom. We did a lot of remodeling on this house post-pandemic, and a lot of options were not necessarily available, and so a window door was not available, so we had to go with a solid door, and I thought that this made it look absolutely gorgeous. A little personalized and a little custom.
So don't feel like you have to block out a whole half a day and you have other things to do something small around your home that is going to increase the value and increase the curb appeal, and it just make you feel better. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell so that you know when I've uploaded my next video. Give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching Crafts, Laughs, and Chaos.